Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. I freaking love that opening so much. Like, it is so good. Oh my god. It is so good. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Final Fantasy XIV Online. I don't know how long the series will be because I only have the free trial version, as you saw. But I figured, why not? Let's see what we can do here. Let's see. So I have a couple of characters right now. I've got Cassandra on Goblin. I have Lilia on Diabolos. And I have Katla on Mateus. And each of these were... this was my original character that I was playing and still am playing, actually. Like, it's my main account character. I was doing some streams with Lilia Rila here, which were pretty fun. But I did notice, like, as cute as the Lalafell are, and as much as I love them, I really miss playing a Makote. And then I tried playing on Mateus because I heard it was like a role-playing server, basically. And for that, I grabbed a human because I wanted something different from a Makote. And honestly, I don't have an issue with the humans at all. Still, even so, I think that I want to go ahead and remove Katla because she is... no, I have to wait 30 seconds, apparently. It gives you 30 seconds to choose no. But yeah, mostly because I think I want to play a Makote. Just because, I mean, look at me. You can see the ears, even on my avatar here. So I think I want to stay playing a Makote. And having now gone through Limsa, Laminsa, and Gridania as my, like, starting zones, I think I want to tackle going through the what is it? Ul'dah. The Ul'dah starting zone, because I don't think I ever actually done that. I figured we'd start here on character creation. Although I say that, but I'm actually going to go ahead and pause the recording here in just a moment. Because this could take like half an hour, and I don't want that to be like the whole episode. But this can take a little while just because of like the amount of customization that is in this game. It's actually pretty nice. So, but yeah, so we're gonna try to play a Makote on Mateus. It might come up after we've made our character and be like, hey, the server is full at the moment. Which is another reason to kind of wait, because it might tell us like the server's full and then we have to wait until like until characters are like allowed to be created. And if that happens, then I'm going to need to have the game paused so that we can wait for character creation to be available on whatever server, really, honestly. Oh, this is the, I see. This is the face that I wanted, okay. So yeah, I think I will pause here for a moment. And when we come back, we will be hopefully at the actual like character, initialization and stuff like that. So hopefully that won't take too long, and I will hopefully see you all in just a few moments. All right. So here is our character. There's still some other things in character creation, but I figured, why not? We can go through some of these last few things. So that only took me about 10 minutes, luckily, which is fine. So I'm going to... So I don't know why this is my favorite date. It has nothing to do with, like, my birthday or anything. But May 13th, 5/13, I don't know, that's my, like, favorite date for some reason. And so I tend to use that a lot for various things. So this is your patron god, and as far as I've been informed, this doesn't actually like matter anymore. It's like a holdover from like the old days. It used to like give your character different like stats and stuff, which is the 12 you kind of worshipped. But it doesn't seem to matter anymore from what everybody has told me. So, now, if we want to start in Ul'dah, we have to either start as a thaumaturg, or a pugilist, or a gladiator. All of which are great classes. I definitely don't have any issues with any of them. If we want to get into healing, we need to do either Arcanist or Conjurer. But we'll be able to, like, get into healing later on in the game. So it's not a big deal if we don't pick one of those right away. I think I'm going to go ahead and go with Monk/Pugilist, or whatever you want to call it. Because the Pugilist is kind of cool. I mean, this isn't the outfit that we'll have on. We'll have this outfit on. But yeah, Pugilist is pretty cool, honestly. So I think this is probably the best one to start off with. Or the one that, rather, not the best one, but rather the one I want to start off with. Gladiator is a good tanking class, which might not be a bad idea to pick up, since we'll be in Ul'dah. But eventually I would like to get over here to Arcanist, so that we can get to Scholar, which is my current favorite class. So, but we'll start with Pugilist. You've selected Marlboro as your starting world. I mean, no, I wanted Mateus, but that doesn't seem to be available. So, I guess that's fine. Let's do Curl in that case. Yes, I have to name my character. I'm gonna have to be right back, because this could take me a while. Alright. We have our character. Her name is Kazumi Arata. Because I don't like the Mikote naming system, so I've never used it. I'm going to be completely honest. I haven't used it, and I probably never will use it for my characters. Because I just don't like how it it. Like, I don't like the way it is. It's really, first off, it's confusing. Second off, I just don't like it. But you might have noticed that with the fact that my other Makote is named Cassandra Sevilla. So, you know, I don't exactly, you know, go for, you know, the naming scheme that you're supposed to. Just like I have Lilia Rila, and it would actually be like Lilia Leah. Yeah. I guess it's similar, but it's spelled very different, you know, because it's Lilia, Lilia, and then it's Rila, so that it would be, yeah. Anyway, opening cutscene. Can you believe, like, all of this was made in just, like, a year, though? Because this is the 2.0 Realm Reborn.
Here. Here. Feel.
Here, feel. And this will be probably a longer episode than normal for the series. So.
Here. Feel. Think.
Also, I have absolutely no idea how to hide the Discord overlay. So. That's slightly annoying, is all, you know. I mean, it's a nice outfit. I don't know, like, I'd probably do some changes to it, depending on, like, which pieces I can or can't equip, but, yeah, I don't think, like, I think I would probably be willing to wear that outfit on a character, so, hey, you, this is what's his name, right, if I remember right, yeah, you alright, lass? You were moaning something fierce for a while there. Feeling the effects of the aether, I reckon. You'll get used to it, though, don't worry. Or excuse me, ether, I think is how it's actually pronounced. It's spelled aether, but it's actually pronounced ether. You there, halt. What's all this about? Inspection. Men, search the carriage. Oh, hi. I didn't realize that these two were here at the beginning. I'm just an honest peddler, friend, so don't be too disappointed if you don't find nothing, eh? Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. So look, Somnus. Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon until the end of your days, unless you can afford the fine. Business as usual. Whoop. What? Amosha! To arms! Seven Hells, consider this a warning. Now go, all of you. Phew, that kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful round them brass blades, lass. Bastards will have the shirt off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, only less honest. I mean, I wouldn't really mind. It's not that big a deal. Thank the gods for sending some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as we still got a long ride ahead, you mind keeping me company till we arrive? And them young'uns don't much care for conversation, see? I forgot that they were here at the beginning, too. Brent's the name, and Peddlin's betrayed. She looks so cute, though. And judging by your unusual garments, I'll wager you're one of them new adventurers. I knew it, going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to do it? To win glory. She's so, like, oh my god, I'm so happy with how she looks. Glory, eh? Well, if you're willing to take on them tasks as other folk ain't, adventurers such as yourself can win fame what coin can't buy. When you arrive in town, you want to report to the Adventurers Guild. You can find out everything you need to know about the adventuring business in there. Just remember, though, there ain't more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no best profit in being dead, and that's a fact. By the by, is this your first trip to Ul'dah? No. I've been here before. No, but of course it ain't. Still, might be as this journeyed iterant has a few new things to teach you about your destination. Ahem. Ul'dah's ruled by the Sultana in name, but as most folk know, the Syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their monetarist cronies would happily get rid of her grace altogether, but that won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the Royalists. And the Royalists are nothing if not loyal. And those factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no sign of stopping. Of course, the lizard men, that's the Ul'dah, couldn't care less about Ul'dah politics. And they have their own interests, see? And they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift to peddlers, need breed and profit. And though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. At long last. Behold Ul'dah, legend, jewel of... I can read. Behold Ul'dah, jewel of Thanalan, where folk turn sand into gold. Ul'dah! I need to, like, not slouch in my chair here. My camera's having trouble.
Sun-baked south, surrounded by the shifting sands of an endless desert, she rises, a solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ul'dah.
Ul'dah.
Even with the coming of the seventh umbral era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis.
I doubt I'll use that as a screenshot, but...
As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul.
I want to use something that has my character in it for the first.
Mark the beginning of a new era of prosperity for the realm.
And here's where we part ways, lass. I'm off to the market to deliver me wares. That's onto the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this, by way of thanks for putting up with me prattle. You never did tell me your name, though. Hey, but here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider a square. Seriously, though, she looks super cute.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
Darn it. I was like, that's a really good screenshot, but the text never went away. So, rip. If I disappear from the video, it's because I'm trying to get a screenshot, you know? Just because, like, getting a good screenshot is going to be a little difficult, I feel like. For, like, each individual episode at a time, you know? Darn, that was a good one, but I wasn't prepared to, like, disappear. This is not a very good one, because she's so small. But that might be. Oi, Venture! Over here! I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance? Eh? How can I tell? Name's Wyman, and business is knowing every bugger else's. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by way of welcome to our fair city? Free of charge even, just this once, like. Hide my cursor behind my head. Welcome to Ul'dah, the shining beacon of prosperity rising from the deserts of Thanalan. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. Mouse and keyboard, because I don't even have gamepad. Not that I could use for this game anyway. Follow the instructions to move your character, adjust the position of the camera, speak to Y mode when you're ready. Go ahead and clear those out. Goodbye play guide, move teleport, return. Move that there. I will spend a moment adjusting my UI in between episodes, but for right now, I am just going to talk to characters. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Ul'dah, you must register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. Tis plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off down to the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged or worse, and I don't want that on my conscience. So before you do anything else, you'll want to head over to the Quicksands and speak with Momodi. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild and can set you on the right path. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. And that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventurer. Also, if you guys want to actually see this, like, stay as a series, can help out with that by donating over Patreon. You've begun a quest. Use the duty list to check your, whatever. I know how to play the game, so I'm going to play the game how I know how to play the game. It's Nanamuko. Also, I don't know why the mic just, like, changed in audio. It does that for some reason. I don't know why. Like, my mic likes to, like, switch how the audio sounds just randomly. I don't know what it is. It has something to do with the mic, but I haven't figured out what yet. Because the mic also likes to disconnect itself randomly. Why, hello there. Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momodi, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Ul'dah, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you, that is. Without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Amalja, for example. They've been plaguing the Sultanate for nigh on, forever now. Then there's the Garlean Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, the people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, there's worry. Worry and a lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder, it's scarce been 5 years since the Lesser Moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an eighth hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. 'Twas like the end of the world had come at last. But then things begin to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next. Some of them 2 or 3. You'd think people would remember something like that, but the fact is they don't. Nobody does. There is one thing the survivors agree on, though. The part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for a realm that wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering, I'm sure you'll agree. It's just a shame our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even if we can't remember them, we'll not let them be forgotten, and so we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve. That's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand and try to leave Ul'dah in a better place than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. Sure. All right then, promise is a promise now. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. And a happy and prosperous Ul'dah means more business for the quicksand, too. Any road, let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. Kazumi Arata. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue, it does. Alright, Miss Arata, on behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12's my witness. I swear to you I'll bring you your money. In the East, it is said that even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful you are given a 4th chance to offend. You two, attend to the scum. No, please, mercy. Well, ain't that a sorry sight? Nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, all right? Of course, I do enjoy hearing a lady muse on the many manhoods of her acquaintance from time to time. Any road, welcome to Ul'dah, Kazumi. Take a moment to catch your breath, and I'll teach you a little about our fair city. Yay! Kazumi. Complete. Coming to Ul'dah. And now we will be level 2, because that gave over 300 experience. This concludes the introductory game tutorial, taking the first step as an adventurer in the city of Ul'dah. Listen well to the wisdom of Momodi Modi, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Yeah, see, that gave 400 experience, and I only needed 3 to level up, so Momodi, the proprietress of the Quicksand, wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like you to perform so as to help you get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetheryte Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach Emerald Avenue, then look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called an Aetheryte. If it weren't for Aetherites, traveling around Eorzea would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune with them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with the one in the plaza. You ever attuned with an Aetherite? Did you ever attuned with an Aetherite before, Kazumi? If not, just lay your hand on the thing and you'll see what I mean. And when you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Pugless Guild over at the Platinum Mirage. Assuming those weapons of yours ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over on the steps of Thal. Goods from all across Eorzea and beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. I have rating problems. You might say that everything's for sale here in Ul'dah, as long as you've got the gil. Just make sure you don't pay more than you ought, Kazumi. There's plenty as won't scruple to swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interests. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find a gentleman named Cesaroga and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he's read it. In short then, visit the Aetheryte Plaza, the Pugless Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, but before you go, a word of advice. While there's more than a few unsavory characters out there who'll try to take advantage of you, there are also some with honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folk are lured to the city by the promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that instead of chasing after Gil the moment they got here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Speaking of which, you should speak with the smith over yonder. Those lads always have some good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it for me. It's past time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you finished, will you? That way, I won't spend my days worrying that you're down to your small clothes without a guilt to your name. I mean, I don't mind. It's not that big a deal. All right. I don't remember if we actually have to talk to the smith or not, but apparently we're just going to sit here and load for a moment. Oy, 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 oy. I was going to say a little bit longer and I might have to pause the episode here. Yeah, I know all of that. So tune yourself. Okay, so yeah, we don't actually have to talk to the smith yet. We do when we hit level 15, because he'll give us some stuff, but we don't immediately have to do that. So the first thing that we should do is come on out here. And though she said to head off to the Aetheryte, we're first going to hit the Aethernet shard. That way we have an easy way back here. Now have Aethernet access to the Adventurers Guild. Quick travel throughout the city can be achieved by simply placing your hand upon Aethernet shards. Alright, now we can go ahead and start actually heading in this direction to get to the Aetherite that she was talking about. Because it's over this way. And there are a lot of quests around here. Like there are, like Wymond over here. You can pick up a quest with him. You'll see, like here on the mini-map, the Way of the Samurai is there. So that's, kind of one of their bigger quests. I think this is their Easter event that they're doing right now. It's the 26th of April. And I don't know how long the event goes for, but it's probably going to be up soon. I imagine. Just because, like, Easter was last week, you know. Hail, adventurer. Might you have come on at the behest of Miss Momodi of the Quicksand? I don't know what voice... Okay. I was basically right. Excellent. Which brings us to the matter of the attunement fee. That'll be 100,000 gil, if you please, madam. What? Apologies. But I do so relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless. But the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests to me that you're unfamiliar with the use of aetheryte. The use of aetherites. Allow me to explain. These crystalline agglomerations tap into the ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perchance you have heard of return and teleport? Well, those transportation spells make direct use of the aetherites and their connection to the flow of aether. Given there's an aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with a mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune herself to each and every one. But even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the Sultanate's borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any aetherites you encounter from now on. I pray you found that informative. Should you wish to learn more about aetherites or transportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. Return has been learned. Oh, I didn't see there was a thing. Anyway, we're now attuned to the aetherite, so woo. We can now cast Return to come right back here at any point. And Return is nice because it's free, though I have reached the current gold limit, or gil limit, on Cassandra, my main character. Because since this is a free trial, there's a 300,000 gil limit. And yeah, I hit that pretty quick. Once you get level 50, yeah, you hit that like constantly. So, greetings and welcome to the Puglist Guild. I see you already walked the path of the Puglist, yet your journey has only just begun. I highly recommend you add your name to our roll, for there's no better place in all the realm to train in our discipline than here. The origins of pugilism as we know it can be traced back to the staging of bare-hand bouts at the Colosseum. And these contests attracted fighters far and wide, bringing their myriad styles crashing together on the blood sands. In the midst of this chaotic and intermingling of styles, there arose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, then that she might refine her art. Among her many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in a gladiator tournament most fondly. Back when bare-handed fighting was still as a pastime for peasants, she took on fully armed and armored gladiators and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread across the realm like wildfire, of course, and Ul'dah swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. This woman's name was Cornelia, and it is to her that the Pugilist Guild owes its existence. The art practiced here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled upon the one which she once built. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but by gods, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, should you wish to proceed with enrollment, you must first obtain the Guildmaster's approval. Let me know if you would like to meet him. So, are you ready to present yourself for the Guildmaster's inspection? Sure. Master Hammond is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years, the man ruled the blood sands as the Holy Fist, though he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters. You'll find him overseeing his charges yonder. Go now and show to him the fighting spirit that burns within you. Way of the Pugilist. Hi, Hammond. Yeah, past time we got your arse back here. Well, what did the dancer have to say about my proposition? Eh? You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer. There never was. I'm not doing anything indecent, I swear to the gods. That's fine. I really don't care. I'm just here to enroll. What? You're here to enroll? Oh, well, why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity as guildmaster, I'd be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we puglists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques, you'll also learn to string them together to deliver an endless flurry of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a puglist realize his potential. Yar! Crikey, I'm spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, lass. It gave me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? I was trying to speak, but you never gave me a chance. All right, join the guild. Before you do so, I must warn you that the pain of the puglist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Yeah, I can go the distance. I'm not worried. Yeah, you have fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, lass. Yeah, for your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against the vermin of Thanalan. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Turn here when the deed is done. Alright. Where are we? Almost an hour? Okay. Let's see. So actually, the next place that I need to go is here. But I want to go past that a little bit to get to the Aetherite. So I think I want to finish off this introductory quest. And then we'll break for the episode. So, but yeah, I needed to go right there. But first, I want to hit this Aethernet shard, or Ethernet shard, or whatever it's called. It's probably Ether. Like, I say Aether all the time. You know, I say Aetherite and Aethernet, but it's probably supposed to be Ether. Because that makes sense, you know? The whole Ethernet thing, especially. Being that that is, or was, a real thing. Or is it, technically, still a real thing? The Ethernet? Like, because that was like the early internet, right? The Ethernet? Like, wasn't that what the early internet was? So, like, is that still a thing? The whole Ethernet, you know? I don't even know. So, normally, if you were playing, you know, Vanilla or Realm Reborn, when you didn't have all of the expansions that exist now, back in the day, as they would say. Not back in my day, because I didn't play it back then. Well, I did. I actually played it with a girlfriend that I had, and I got very upset at the game because I was so used to World of Warcraft. Those episodes are probably still up on the channel, too. But I got so upset at the game that I quit playing. Also, it doesn't help that I had, like, severe depression, and that depression has only gotten worse. But now I'm on antidepressants, and that's kind of helped out, like, a lot, because, holy crap, it really does. But, like, I was dealing with bad depression, and I hadn't been getting treated for it. And none of us knew back then, either. Like, I just got mad at stuff all the time because that's just how I was as far as I was concerned. And I, having discovered that I don't have to be mad at everything because of my antidepressant, not entirely because of me. Like there is some of it that came about because of me. Don't get me wrong. Some of it was definitely me, doing things differently and being different and, being a better person and such. But a lot of it came from the medication, helping me out. And you are, a newly come adventurer, but of course. Yes, I am Sasoroga. What can I do for you? You would have me teach you the ways of the marketplace. Very wise. As for my fee... What? You expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. My dear adventurer, when you ask an Ul'dah for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I rather doubt you could afford my services, but the fact you offer nothing is laughable. Hand over... Oh, Mistress Momodi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Humph! Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. Now I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. You stand in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relation to the other city-states, Ul'dah's markets have served as both the literal and figurative centers of Eorzean commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of maritime trade between Vilbrand and Ul'dah passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Ul'dah as their base of operations, and they see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders, day and night. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here, provided as he has sufficient funds. Surely there's something you seek, adventurer? A deadlier sword, perhaps? Or a shinier trinket? Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. At least up to level 50. To the north you will find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives, and crafting materials. And to the south, you'll find weapons, tools, and an assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant or browse to your heart's content, but do try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interests. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially where coin is concerned. Ahem. This is all the complimentary aid you shall have from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Momodi. Now off with you. So much tutorial stuff that pops up. Alright, now we could take the fast travel route and head back to the Adventurers Guild via the Aethernet. However, before we go that way, I would like to take a quick gander up this set of stairs over here, if I'm remembering correctly, because there's still one more Ethernet shard that we have to hit, and it's only possible to hit, it's up here is what I'm trying to say. The Ethernet shard is up here. So you kind of, you completely miss it during the tutorial, and you could completely miss to come here and hit this for a very long time. So, all right. Is there another one? Oh yeah, way over there. Okay. That's right, there's still one more all the way over there, and that's through this path, it looks like. Thank God for maps, but let me tell you, This place, even with a map, is a little confusing to get around. Because, like, I mean, look at this corner right here, you know? Like, it looks like this connects, but it actually doesn't. So I guess there were 2 Aethernet shards that you don't hit during this tutorial. Because this one as well. In before, there's still several more. Nope. You've attuned yourself to the Ethernet shards in Ul'dah. The Gate of Nold, Gate of Thal, and the Gate of the Sultana, and the airship landing are now accessible. Yay! As soon as I realized I couldn't move, I went, yep, that's the last one. That was also how I realized that there was one more last time, because I could move immediately. I'm like, wait a minute. That's not right. I shouldn't be able to move when I hit the last one. Because it's got to pop up a million pop-ups. It's like, hey, you did it. Now here's all the places. And that's got to pop up all the places. Ugh. But yeah, I think we'll end things off as soon as I finish talking to Momodi over here. Because I feel like this has been a pretty good amount of game to start with. How's your tour of the city, Kazumi? Get lost, did you? Well, Ul'dah's a big place with lots to see and do, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. So when you go exploring, explore like you've got a purpose, eh? Okay. Alright then, all that's left for you is to work hard, make money, and spend it here at the quicksand. Complete! Quest completed. Alright, and now she's going to lock, if I remember right. Yes. So she's going to lock until level 5, which is our cue to head on out and, do some fighting with the Way of the Puglist quest. And that, good grief, and that is what we will do next time. So I do hope you've enjoyed. If you did, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to check the video description down below for a link to the playlist. That way you can get caught up on any episodes you missed. Well, I guess this is the first episode, but, you know, there's more. If you're watching this after this one and others have gone live, there are more episodes. So, but yeah, with that, I'll see you all next time. See you later.